Well, I feel funny ending this day because what we have just heard has been amazing. But for those of you who were here at noon and we started on our Next Steps workshop, we went through a few things together. We went through with Christina Haverett. We talked about next steps. We talked about feeling with our body and being in tune to our intuition and listening to what our body really wants us to move forward to. And I think we've heard enough speakers talking on that. And so I promised you that I would um, talk to you a little bit more about what I do. So we started off with a life assessment. We rated the areas of our life out of 6. Okay. And that was time and money, health, love and relationships, and vocation and creativity. We rated those, and then we envisioned what it would be like with everything worked out the way that we would want. Then I talked about self-concept and the fact that our self-concept, our life will never expand past our self-concept because that's the foundation it's built upon. Imagine trying to build a mansion on the foundation of an outhouse. It's not going to work. Okay. So we talked about that self concept and we did an activity where we shifted some of the things that we believe and say about ourselves to the what the person who has it all worked out, our version of us, would say. And I'm inviting you to use those statements to move from, oh my goodness, Natalie shared so beautifully about she believed that she didn't have the energy to do what she needed to do in her life and that she was weak. And in fact, she is this beautiful essence that is exactly who she needs to be. And the shift was so profound for her, and that we're going to think and come from there. Okay. We're going to think and come from there. And I promised you that I would finish off with my third step right now. So, welcome back or welcome. So, either way, um, we did give ourselves permissions to dream. And we wrote down a few things of what our 10 out of 10 life would feel like. And a little bit like Christine was just saying, who wants to live at less than our fullest capacity? I mean, it's not like I would go, oh, marriage, I don't need 10 out of 10. I'll take a 6. No one consciously does that. Okay. So we wrote down what our 10 out of 10 life could look like just in little snippets. And I invite you to do that more in detail because that detail, that pouring out of your soul is what calls to the universe, spirit, source, God, creator, whatever, however you want to address that one substance that is and us and around us everywhere. However you want to call out to that, we want to do that work. So make sure that you've got some details that you're leaning in and that you're feeling. And now we shift. So, because the next step is not about wishing harder, it's going to be about tuning in. Okay, we want to tune into that next level self, tuning into the frequency of the version of you who's already living that vision, right? Because that vision of you, that version of you is yours. It is you. It appears in your mind. It belongs to you. It is part of your life. It's shifting there that we're all looking to do. So, you don't have to figure out all the steps. You only have to start being her or him now. So, becoming, how do we be that person from our higher level vision? The first thing that we need to talk about is frequency. Okay? Everything is energy. We've heard that from so many people. And oh my goodness, Elizabeth showed us those cool ear ring circle things that right stop the energy. Those are amazing. Everything is energy, and you've probably heard that besides just today. But let's make this practical. Your thoughts have a frequency. Your emotions have a frequency, and your choices, your posture, your self talk, all of it is broadcasting something. All of it. And the world responds not to what you want, but to who you're being. Okay. This is why someone can have the right strategy, but still feel stuck because they're trying to create a new life while still embodying that old self. Okay. If I sit here and I want more money and I'm embodying the idea of, oh, more money would be so good. Oh my God, I need more money. Universe goes, oh, look, need more money. Here's more of that. And it gives you more reason to need more money. So we're looking to upshift to, am I ever grateful for what I have? Look at everything that's around me and being that person, that abundance now, which will bring us more abundance. Okay. That magic happens when your inner frequency matches your desired reality. Okay. That's what we talk about alignment for. When I'm in alignment, you heard every speaker mention the word alignment in some way, shape, or form. And that's us when we come in tune with the version of our highest self that the universe is trying to get us to and would love to see us succeed at. And you know what's super cool is you can choose that frequency right now through attention, through intention, and through identity. So let's just take a little inventory for a minute of our energy and think of your future self, the version of you 3 years from now living your vision. We did that visualization just a few moments ago. We're going to ask you to just breathe in deep and feel it again. See yourself 3 years from now and it's all worked out. Take another deep breath. Was it money, relationships? Was it health? Was it vocation? What did it feel like? What was working out? Feel that feeling. Feel it, that your future self, that version of you. Okay, just picture that for a second. So that you who's there, how does she feel? What does she believe about herself? How does she speak about her life? How does she walk into a room? What does she no longer tolerate, especially from herself? Maybe a few little messages in the mind, beliefs. What does she do every day to stay in alignment? Okay. That you 3 years from now, you've got a feeling for it. And if I spoke too much and you need to take a moment, get that feeling back. And I know you have that piece of paper that we were writing on. What is a belief that she holds? When you're ready and you know, write it down. What is a belief that you hold? It's all worked out. Ah, we had some real movement over the 12 o'clock workshop. What was one of those beliefs that you hold? And then what is an action that she takes? I know my action. I look in the mirror and I smile versus what I used to do. What's an action she takes? Maybe even what's one thing she's released? Is there a belief she's released? Something holding her back? Is there a decision she's made? You can do it. Feel in. If you're feeling up to it, I'd love to see one of those in the chat. I get that it's private, don't worry. A belief she holds, an action she takes, something she's released. This, yes, I love it. Add it to the chat. This is your frequency. This is your frequency calibration. These aren't goals. These are ways of being. Okay, if I look in the mirror and I smile, that's my way of being. That didn't used to be me a year ago. When I looked in the mirror, I was upset. I didn't like what I saw. I was critical, right? Oh, love it, Kathy. I'm enough and more and perfectly imperfect. I love it. Reaching out to others and holding conversations easily. You see, it's beautiful. And these aren't goals, these are ways of being. And guess what? We can start right now. We can start right now. So, so how do we actually start right now? I mean, one of the big things people talk about is I'd love to be rich. Well, how do I start right now? I can't just start spending money. So, but that goes with everything, reaching out and having conversations, being enough, right? Those things, they can start now. We embody the new us. I'm not even going to say new, our higher level self, because our highest level self has always been with us and calling to us. It is not new. And it's the small everyday choices. It's choosing the outfit that makes you feel powerful, joyful, insert what calls you. It's showing up on Zoom like you're someone who's been invited to the table, not someone who's creeping in the back. It's saying no to what drains you. And it's saying yes to the walk. It's saying yes to the scary stuff. Embodiment isn't a performance, it's a remembrance. So it's easy for me to give you one about money because I get asked a lot about money. So there's a really close to my heart. Because I don't know why people ask me this. Well, I do actually, because I manifested three $20,000 months in a row, and people were like, Susanne, and I'm like, I teach manifestation. What good would it be if I didn't actually manifest? How could I help you? Okay, so what does that look like? Well, let's look at the activity that we did previously. If you were here, that mirror of the mind, what's the old belief? And we shifted it to the new belief. One of the old beliefs that I had was that money had to be hard to make. You had to work hard if you were going to make money. That it was my job that would bring money, and that was the only way I have. That's the only honest way to bring money in, was a belief that I had. A penny saved is a penny earned, was another belief I had. Well, wait a second. Who's ever saved themselves to riches? The hell am I believing that for? So when you start taking apart some of these beliefs, they make no sense. Now, without making any more money, what I did was shift my belief to how I felt, how what I thought about money. Money comes to me easily. Every time I spend money, it comes back to me multiplied. Money comes to me from various income streams continuously with ease and flow. It took me a while to create money beliefs that were different, but it took me 55 years to create my first beliefs. So, how could I grumble about a couple of months? Because in reality, we can change. We can change overnight. So, what does that look like day to day? That means that when I get online and I'm paying a bill, I'm not thinking, oh my God, that's my last 50 bucks. Holy crap. Am I ever glad my paycheck's coming in? I almost had more month than money. What is that? The power of the spoken word, power of the thought word. So shifting it to, am I ever grateful to have more than enough money to pay my bills? Am I ever grateful that I am looked after so well, right? I haven't spent any more money, but I've spent it with an attitude and a belief that has shifted intensely. What does it look like when I go to Starbucks? I mean, okay, number one, I go to Starbucks, not McDonald's for my coffee. I'm so sorry, all you people who like the McDonald's coffee. I don't even drink coffee. I drink other stuff, but you get the drill. I don't take the paper cup anymore. I drink out of China because I feel a certain way. I ask for the real mug. They see me coming. Suzanne's on her way. Let's heat up her mug. Okay. Because they know. But if that's what it takes for me to bring in three $20,000 months in a row, which I'm on a roll to get some more on the go here, then I'm going to do it. When a bill comes in, my husband and I just spent several $1,000s renovating for our Airbnb. When the bills come in, we're just like, wow, isn't this cool? Look at how much money we're circulating. It's a spiritual thing. If you caught Deborah Catola's talk first thing yesterday, money is a spiritual thing. Well, guess what? If you breathe out, you need to breathe in. Money's the same. I'm circulating it. If I'm spending it, I'll bring it in. If all I do is save, I'm not releasing so that more can come back to me. It doesn't, I'm not telling you to go spend your life savings. But can we, when we spend, can we spend with joy? Can we spend with release? When I give money to my favorite charity, I think, wow, am I ever grateful to give money to the YMCA? We give it to the women's shelter. That's my husband's hard point. He wants to give to the women's shelter. When I give to them, I don't think, I wish I had more. I don't think I should have started giving years ago. I don't think, oh my God, can I really afford to give this right now? I think, wow, I really hope this money helps someone at the other end. I'm so grateful to be able to do this. I haven't spent any more money. I've shifted my beliefs. Am I making sense? Okay, that is the number one key. And that is what we can do for ourselves. So when I am enough and more and perfectly imperfect, I pass by the mirror and I smile. I don't grimace. I don't think about how I look in this outfit, or I used to be skinnier when I was 20, or those thoughts are gone. I haven't had to do anything but change my own beliefs. So the more often you act in alignment, the faster the outer world will rearrange to match where you want to go. And that's what we're doing. So that rebuilding of our own belief system, I make it sound simple, it is not. That is why there are energy healers. That's why there's people who work on their past life regressions. There's just so many people available to help us deal with shifting our beliefs, shifting what's going on. But I'm going to ask you something. By the way, if you've had trauma and you need a psychologist or a therapist, please, I am neither of the above, so disregard what I'm saying. But does it serve us to believe that it takes a long time to change a belief? Because even in that, we can be doing ourselves a disservice. So could I sit down today and say, well, what do I believe about money? Maybe you take advantage of Deborah Gatola's journal, that wonderful gift that she gave you, journaling about money. Maybe you take time to journal and discover what you really think about money. And then ask yourself, do I want to believe that anymore? Does it serve me to? And no. Okay, what would I love to believe? And decide that's what I believe now. And when that old belief starts to come in, you'll know the feeling because your body talks to you. Christina told us that so beautifully. Your body talks to you. You get a feeling, you get constriction, you feel hesitant, you maybe even procrastinate at things. Your body is saying, So you'll get that feeling and you go, oh, no, yeah, right. I decided I believe this now. Because what is a belief? A belief is a thought that you've decided to think over and over again and add value to. That's all a belief is. It doesn't matter where it came from. It is a thought that has landed, that you have thought over and over and decided deserved time and space in your mind. So change your mind, change that thought. And yes, some of us do need help. We need therapists. But what if you don't? What if it can be that simple? So I would normally at this moment take you into a visualization again and anchor yourself into that future you. And if it's okay, I would love to do that just for a few seconds again. Let's just remember that future us. Remember that we've got a vision of what we would love: health, time, money, vocation, relationships, and love. We're building a self concept that you are enough. I love this chat. I'm looking at the chat. And more than enough and perfectly imperfect. Brene Brown comes to mind. But that's your self concept. That's that shift. And then we are moving to being her now with our thoughts and our beliefs until our 3D world catches up. So let's anchor her in. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes, and we're going to do those 3 deep breaths again, and tell me it doesn't feel good, because oh, it does. Let's go. Deep breath in. Slow breath out through your mouth like you're breathing out through a straw. And again, breath in. And one more. Deep breath in and out. Okay, I'm going to invite you to keep your eyes closed if that's comfortable for you. And lean in again. It is 3 years from now. It is all worked out. Everything that you would love, things you don't even know you would love. It's all worked out. Where are you in your vision? Notice where you are. Notice if there's anyone with you. Good. Notice what you can see around you, what you can smell around you. Maybe it's the ocean. Maybe it's beautiful food being cooked. Good. Now, while you're there, notice how you feel. And notice your thoughts. It's all worked out. Good. Now lean into how you're feeling right now and hang on to one or two of those emotions. What are they? Get a taste of them, a real good taste. Let yourself sink in. Feel this person in your body. This is you. This is your life. Good. All right. Take one more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, come on back to us here. Visualization is a tool. It allows us to return to the frequency of what we would love. And the more we're on the frequency of our higher self and that life we would love, the sooner that life comes to us. That's where quantum leaps come from. That's how we can shift so greatly. You can see Christina Have, right, is in one. She's feeling it. She's shifting. It's emotional. It's huge, right? She was telling us about it. It's beautiful. And why does that happen? Because she's daring to have a vision and daring to bring herself to it. It's fantastic. So you are her. Your only job now is to remember it. Lady Amaran mentioned have a token, have something around you that reminds you of who you are. Use that daily. The life you want is not a someday thing, it's a now thing. It's now. When you stop waiting for permission and start tuning into your truth. So, becoming you isn't about perfection, it's about frequency, intention, and identity. Okay, so ask yourself each morning, what does she do today? And just feel into it and then do it. Even if you can't do that, do it in that way. The manifestation books that you read, Wallace D. Waddles, I mean, there's so many. My goodness, Charles Schwab, I could list so many people. One of the things that they tell you is that successful people don't do certain things, they do things a certain way. And this is the way that we're looking to do them in. Do it one choice at a time, one shift at a time. The version of you who lives that life, she's already here. You're just tuning in. So before we wrap up, I want to offer you something to support your journey. If it's time for small steps, my gift off the speaker page is for you. And I did drop it in the chat before, but I can drop it again. It's Take Control in Your Life, DIY Luck, 3 tips to make things really happen for you. And luck is not something you create. I don't believe that luck is a thing. I mean, I believe it's something that you create. I don't believe it's something you wait for. In this empowering guide, you're going to discover really how to design that life of luck that you would love through what we just talked about today, vision, self-concept, and becoming. Okay. So I will drop that in there and doing that right now. But if you're ready for bigger steps, because let's face it, some of us are, um, you're ready to shift and you're ready to shift now. Because becoming the next version of you starts with how you see yourself, how you speak to yourself, how you love yourself. I've created the self-love shift. It's a gentle but powerful 4-week course to help you rewrite that inner story, the one that has us believing these things and seeing this person when we look in the mirror and Helps you rewrite that inner story and reconnect with your worth and rise into the woman you're becoming. It's usually a paid program, but as part of the VIP experience, I'm gifting it to you completely free. So you can register today directly from that VIP page. So if something opened up for you today, if you felt her, that future you, don't leave her waiting. Just say yes, right? Start that shift. You are so worth it. So, want to thank you all so much for your valuable time and I guess I would say attention. But it's not your attention that I was hoping for. It was that you would feel a shift with the play, power, and possibilities. So I know that that's true for you. I am, it has to be. We couldn't have gone through all of these speakers and not have that be true for us. Am I right? Like Kathy, I've been watching you take notes all day. Like, right? Okay. So let me just wrap up. This has been an amazing day. And to each of our speakers, thank you. Like, thank you for bringing it, bringing your wisdom, your stories, even if they involved poop or one person had a vibrator, another one, I mean, bring it. I loved it. You guys were hilarious. And your hearts. Thanks for bringing your hearts. Every single one of these speakers helped light a path for a woman or a man watching and a path of possibility and power and play. And to my beautiful co host, Christina, thank you for saying yes to this vision and for walking beside me in it. Your energy and your insight and your presence made the summit truly shine. And of course, to everyone who tuned in, shared, participated, and said yes to themselves, thank you. This is more than a summit, it's a movement, right? It is a movement. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Kathy. A reminder that your best life isn't behind you, it's still ahead. So take what sparked something in you today and run with it. Follow the breadcrumb, take the leap because you're not done, you're just getting started. So here's to your fun, your power, and your possibilities, and the next version of you that's already waiting. If you guys have any troubles with any of the links, please just email me. I will do my best to get everything fixed. And I know you all have my email because you're all here. So, all right. Much love, everyone. Thank you. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye.